All right, triangles. Welcome to the clusterfuck triangulating times. We had our fun this week of Totality Day. Um, Today we've got Kyle on with us, showing his beautiful face,
Hello.
and we've got Matt from Strybog.
Hi.
Um, so yeah, let's just give it a rundown. I mean, it was a fun week. I loved it. I was blown away by how much fun it was. And take part of all the activities. That's why I wanted some other people in here to cover my glaring holes. So why don't we start off with Rote Capel's fun that they did? I wasn't there. I was actually out of town. So
The Invasion Fleet.
yep, the invasion fleet.
Yeah, I went on that one. It was very fun. Mostly Kikimoras. I think we had maybe 90 Kikimoras
Ooh.
and a bunch of other stuff. Of course, gaming. Tyler brought a Lashak, whereas everyone else was in Kikimoras, and of course he tried to make a Baltec Lashak fit, I guess. And it died like everything else did at the end. So, but let's see, we killed we ended up killing a dreadnought in Nullsec.
Yeah, I heard about that. One of our new members who's only been playing the game for like 2 weeks was on that. So kind of cool to get some newbies on that. Those kind of big kills too.
Staying true to the original Invasion. I mean, I just came back to the game for that, so kind of same deal here, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've said it before. It's I came back right when the invasion started, but I just didn't take part because I was
You mean
deer in
like
headlights.
chapter 3, like
Yeah, chapter
where
three.
the recon systems and whatnot? Okay, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, we were trying to take systems. Yeah, I just came back. Um, but yeah, no, that's cool. I wanted to take part, but I was like 2.5 hours away visiting my parents. So, um, that sounds like fun. I really wish I could have taken part. But then let's go on to what was it? Sunday, last week, we had the Domovic free for all. Did we have any other events going on? I think it was just the free
Uh,
for all.
the Care Bears
Oh yeah, Care
Revenge
Bear Fleet. Yep.
was
Yeah.
after that.
Yep. So Care Bear Fleet.
Or no, it was before that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Care Bear Fleet was first, and the free for all was later.
I enjoyed that free for all. I'm gonna link a kill mail right quick.
All right, let's.
Uh,
I know you linked the kill meal, but let's Kylon, you hand out the rewards for that. You guys, I left a little bit early because I was trying to get everything set up for the free for all to try and stream it, but that failed.
Oh yeah,
So
the Care Bears fleet. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, we had an amazing time on the Care Bears Revenge fleet, and it was a fleet where we said ore ships only. Other ships were allowed to come, but only ore ships could compete.
yep.
And we started off in Pochman, and we didn't make it too far before we ran into like a big old fleet of Tech 3 cruisers. Uh,
That
somehow
was
made
bad.
uh, somehow the orcas. We had 4 orcas in our fleet. Somehow they survived, and at that point we decided to go out a wormhole and head for Tama, where we met up with a Rorqual.
And well, the Rorqual.
And so we sat in Tama for a while. We went next door to, I believe, Kedama, and sat on an ore anomaly for a while and got quite a few kills there. And eventually we came back to Tama and just sat on the gate. And it wasn't too long before a Sino popped up and Snuffed Out showed up.
Matt, you
And oh
posted
yeah,
that
so
Zika?
the winners, yeah, Isis Dia from Streebog ended
Hmm.
up being the first place winner. If I remember right, it was Gaming 513 Tyler second place and Clementine in
Yep.
third place. And they
Yep.
Isis won a Orca.
Yeah,
It's a
Isis
pretty
Norca,
good win.
Tyler
Orcas are
Skiff.
like 1.8 billion now, so that's
Yeah. That's nice.
It's a good ship to have. Even if you're not using it for mining, it's a great hauler. It's a good suitcase. Cosmic uses them as a mobile uh, attack platform.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be good. I just use mine for mining, but I mean, to each their own. Saltier whelped his OG Pakvin Orca for that fleet, so he also died to Jazz trying to get a procure out to
Oh
meet up
yeah.
with you guys. Yeah, so that was funny. You know, that fleet was fun. That was intense, and you're still in Pakvin because we ran into the two fleets, and it was like, we're all gonna die before we even go anywhere. Um, but yeah, no, the free for all though was a blast. Um, that was pretty damn funny at the end. It was just who was it at the end? It was just waiting just to break. Like who
I
was
think
gonna
it's
break?
Arwen.
Yeah,
Atra and Arwen, I think, were the last two fighting.
yeah. For like 10 minutes. It's like who's gonna break first? Who's gonna
Seemed
run
like
out of
they had
ammo?
drastically different fits too. One of them was Afterburner, the other was Micro Warp Drive. I think one of them may have had shield reps or
Hmm.
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that was good though. That was fun to watch. That was interesting watching like because it was pure chaos in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Like I was just trying to kill Celtier because everyone primaries any of Celtier's characters all the time. So um, yeah, no, I enjoyed that. That was a great idea that Freighter came up with. I mean, all those blueprints, if you can actually build stuff, like yeah, make your Zenitra and go home happy. I mean, that was fun. It's different, definitely. Monday, was there anything on Monday, or did we leave that open because of the 3v3 kikis?
I'll pull up the calendar here.
Yeah, because I want to say Tuesday was when we started. Well, technically Tuesday night in the U.S. was parades. I don't think there was anything Monday.
Yeah, nothing Monday. Tuesday night, or technically
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday, early Wednesday morning, and then later in the day, Wednesday, we had two parade races.
Hmm. I did not take part in those. I took a sabbatical those 2 days. I wanted to take part, but I took a sabbatical for me. I needed to get away for a couple days. So normally I'm here every day of the week.
Yeah, the race was pretty fun. The rules were it could be any trig ship or Eden Com ship, or any ship that could have the Kybernaut clade skin. So that's what I did. I typed in the Kybernaut clade skin and looked for the fastest ship, which turned out to be the Bifrost. And I, I think Isaac had the same idea.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So yeah, it was me and Isaac mostly around in the lead for most of the first race, and we ended up running into a bubble, or at the very end, someone had set up a bubble for us. I he lost one Bifrost. I somehow managed to survive in low hull and ended up taking third place in that. So I got a
No, not
dev match.
bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I was. If I was gonna be on, I was just gonna gate camp like a asshole. All I was gonna do.
Yeah, we had a
Try and
lot of
catch a
blues
drone.
that were trying to shoot at us for that one.
Oh, I thought that
Yeah,
was hilarious. Like my main enemy being on grid was just blues, and I was like, well, I can't see them on my main overview. It's a little bit of a nightmare.
yeah, I can see that causing a little bit of chaos. What was next on the calendar? Thursday was well, Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday we still had the war stories and ScarCon updates, right? Or was that
Yeah, that was on Thursday.
that was Thursday, Friday, I think, something like that.
But yeah, that was a role playing event that they did in an in game chat channel.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it brings everyone together. I mean, we have a long, torrid history of being RPers, pretty much. As much as I hate to say I am one.
Yeah, I'll admit I'm new to that kind of thing, so I was a bit awkward, but it looked like a lot of people were having fun with it.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be an RPer. Like, let me say that. Never, ever did I think I would be
Yeah,
one.
I wouldn't have guessed it myself either.
Yeah. I call myself RP light. I can't get too deep into it.
I just fly Triglavian ships. That's usually the extent of my roleplay.
I fly trig ships and tell people we're going to steal their sun when we're flying around in other systems, or complain that the sun isn't the sky isn't red.
You just gotta post Triglavian sea shanties in chat every system you go to.
Or do
Foreign
copy
Narodnia
pasta.
detected.
And no, the copy pasta of why the fuck did CCP make
Oh
the
yeah,
Triglavians?
the classic.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good one. So yeah, that was cool. I mean, I thought that was a great idea to kind of bring all the RPers who you know, basically formed the war. I mean, we always were fighting with each other. So um, for what, a good 3 months of chaos, you know, Zero would be sitting on there for 12 hours straight to try and flip a system. So
Hmm.
a lot of people were doing that. They'd, you know, they wouldn't budge from their computer all day just to make sure a system would flip. So I think that's great to get everyone together and, you know, shoot the shit even with enemies. Um, and then we're getting into yesterday, which is the fun times. So I hosted for Kybernauts the Domovic Swarm Roam through Pogban, which we made it through the circle. Sorry, Woody, about your venture. I only scrammed you. I never shot you once. But yeah, I had fun with that. Kylan, you were there. I mean, it was entertaining. I mean, we
That was
lost
a
more
good
ships.
roam. It
Yeah, we
was a good
lost more
roam.
ships to drifters than anything else.
We made it. We made our lap.
Yeah, we made the lap. We killed some people. Um, it was fun. I ended up handing out 21 out of like the 110-ish that I had. So I still have some left. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But that was a fun little fleet. I was surprised we actually made it all the way through. I was half expecting us to run into a bubble and die, or a gate camp and die, since we wrapped up at like 1930, so it was getting pretty close to Weird Show approving. Um,
How did we do? How many kills did we make in that fleet?
uh, I want to say, well, there was the Stork, there was the, sorry, I'm trying to look up my kill feed list. There was the Stork, there was the Catalyst, there was the, where is it? Where is it? There's the. This is my brain going, brain farting. Where is it? I gotta scroll up a little bit further. Oh, the Cormorant, the Catalyst, the Caracal, the Stork.
Magnate.
Yep, Magnate. Um, we wanted to get that Praxis, but he was started playing station games. I mean, he killed a little bit. I mean, that Cormorant had like cruiser amounts of damage on it because we were repping it. Yeah, we were mean.
We were trying to hold them there, hold them on grid, so everyone can get in on the kill mail, and it was really hard to control Triglavian aggression sometimes, and so that's why you have self reps. So if you need to stop something from being killed too quickly, you got remote reps for that.
Don't kill the pod, just hold it. Up, it's dead. That was very common. Yeah, no, it was fun. We'll talk about that in a little bit because I still have so many left, and I don't want to sell them. I bought them to hand them out for free, so Totality Day will continue in my giveaways in a way. And then let's get to Weird Shed approving because that
Oh,
was the
yes.
big ticket item, and you both were there. I'm assuming. I know Kylan was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yep. I was exhausted, so I crashed. I was just gonna be a mercenary anyways if someone needed someone, but yeah. Tell me your guys's. Let's start with Kylan. We'll go to you, Matt. Kylan, you were already telling me you're a little bit of fun. So why don't you let
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
know?
Yeah, I end up flying a Varger in a fleet with just kind of random group of guys. Sorry, some parenting going on in the background. Um, so yeah, we had several Marauders, and we I guess dropped in on grid and started killing things. And I think our best skill was probably the Nightmare. We estimate it was worth about 4 billion because it had some really nice abyssal modules on it. Then the entire grid decided we were an intolerable threat, all at the same time. And so yeah, we got eliminated pretty quickly. But I stuck around to watch the battle, and it was fantastic. Had at least 2 people say it was the funnest battle they've ever been in Eve ever, which is that's pretty impressive. That was like an hour and a half long. It was insane.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I shot at Matt.
Oh yeah, I think that we were actually the undoing of that Marauder fleet.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, y'all killed us pretty good.
Yeah, we ran heavy armor, like exactly. We ran a crab fleet, is what we ran. We just ran the standard OF fleet, but kind of PvP fitted up, and it was really scary. It was great. We didn't lose a single ship for about an hour and a half until we had a Nestor DC, and that was about the end of us.
And then there was a Boosh. I remember watching the Boosh go very wrong.
Yeah, no, we got I think it's called chain fishing. They had 2 boosters and they just
Oh,
booshed one right
spearfishing.
on top of us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's real good.
Yeah, spearfishing. I was after we finished up the Swarm Rome fleet, we were laughing about like, let's just get a bunch of people together and spearfish Logi out of people's fleets. Just be the pests on the field. Yeah, no, that's cool. Who ended up winning by chance? I'm just curious.
The
Protean
Legions.
concept.
Hmm?
Yeah, Protean concept, the
Oh, okay.
Legions. And I would have thought that the Nightmares would have had it, but apparently they ran out of cat boosters after a while and had to go.
Yeah, that's that. I have a nightmare, so I know how that goes. It survives on cat boosters. No, that's cool. So, yeah, I really want to take part personally. I mean, we were talking about doing it, and then no one really had interest, and I didn't really feel like being a merc, and I was tired. Been kind of tired this past week with work, so I just wanted to sleep. But no, that's cool. I'm glad that people are happy. People that couldn't even take place, and what I still think is the best battle was the Asbel battle, even though it went down. But
Oh
that's
yeah.
cool. That's cool that people like it and we're
Oh
having
yeah,
fun with it. All right. So
yeah. I definitely got a bit of a totality hangover now.
yeah.
It was a good week though.
Oh yeah. I there was so much stuff going on all week. It was fun. It was funny seeing some people being so confused. Like, oh, Totality Day already happened. We're like, no, it's all week long. What are you talking about? Because some people, didn't realize like, hey, we have like a full week's worth of events planned out. But yeah, it caused a little bit of a hangover. Constantly busy with something. But yeah, no, I
So
mean,
I hear you've got some more Damavix
yeah,
left.
I've got 88 left.
We need to
Got to,
take those to Como.
yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna be putting up a poll, in the Discord. Kind of want to do multiple polls. One for how to get rid of those last 88. So it might be, hey, let's free for all this stuff in Como at the Abyssal Arena. And just whelp ships for fun.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, come to Postman and check out the 3 new landmarks that were added this week. One really cool one is we have a Proving Grounds arena in Como, right next to the sun, and so we're excited to go do combat in that arena.
It's
And
Project
then
Fight
there's
Club.
some sort of giant drone structure in Wiershota, kind of mysterious looking. It's gigantic though, probably 1,000 kilometers across or something. And
Yep.
then finally, there's a orbital shipyard in Skarkon, which is a lot of red lightning and stuff. All of them designed to nude out your GPU as hard as possible.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, when I warped in on the Skarkon one, I didn't see anything for like the first 10 seconds. And then it all loaded in finally. Yeah, the only thing I wish I would have planned out a little bit better, which would have been super impromptu, was that UI parade. I really wanted to go break that up.
I missed that one.
The EdenCon one, I really wish I should have put something out and be like, all right, everyone getting catalysts. Let's mess up their parade for the fallen people. But that's just Bloodthirsty Triangle speaking, so. But yeah, no, it's so what we're either gonna do is we'll either do Fight Club, I'll hand out. I'm not gonna transport them from Otella because they're all sitting in Otella. I am not transferring those Domovics anymore.
No,
I took them all fitted from Jitta and my bowhead into Otella. They are not moving from there. Like I'm handing them out from there. So if we're fight clubbing it up in Como, you're flying your own ass over to Como. I'm not doing it for you. But yeah, it's one of the options is fight club it. Another one is either I kind of I had fun doing the Domovic roam. Like it was entertaining. If we can get more people, it might be even funnier because you can catch and burn bigger things. But either I'm gonna hand them out monthly until I'm gone. Do a roam on a Saturday. I just hand them out and do a roam around the triangle again, or until we're out and then end the handouts, or maybe make it like a once a month thing where we all go roam around the triangle and then dread going into Novula because Rote Capel will eventually catch on and kill us all.
Yeah, I wonder how many Damovics you need to take out a Dread.
I want to find out.
Probably over 100. We got close to that though.
Yeah, I want to find out. Yeah, because we only lost one person in actual combat. The other ones, out of the 21 I handed out, or 22, I can't remember how many exactly I handed out. We only lost one to a person. I mean, Celtier was in the hall 3 times, but the rest was just people who didn't have standings and pissing off Steves, and that's really it. I mean, we didn't lose much to actual people. I mean, you can't do anything when there's 19 Domovics on you, all with warp scramblers.
Yeah.
And
we'll say I used the fleet up thing in the agency window for the first time this week, and it seemed to work okay once I got the settings right. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yep. That's how we got some randoms that ended up joining the Discord and joining comms for the battle for the roam. So yeah, I'm used to just doing it like Alliance and Blues setup. So let's see. Only been at it for 24 minutes. Yeah, this is kind of short. Normally I have a bunch of stuff going on, fill out an hour.
That's all
but
good. There was the Talking in Stations episode.
Yep.
That came out this week. I think it was this weekend where they're, I don't know, I guess alarmed at how much money we're making.
They do that every time, though.
Oh no!
But
they're making money again. How dare they?
The funny thing is the Triclavian stuff I don't think necessarily fully differentiates from the abyssal space stuff. Because I've tried to figure out how much people are making off abyssals, and that's the
True.
one thing is I don't think abyssal and Pakvin because the stuff is separated. Because every time I've tried to look and nail down a number, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like, how are they getting these numbers? But then again, Crab Swarm's out a lot, and a lot of people are running OBSs.
Yeah, it does seem like they're, for the most part, run all day long.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, now they're constantly being ran. We actually had one pop up in Kino the other day, yesterday, like right before we were showed approving, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not even gonna ping it. Like, what's the point? Everyone's interested in what's going on in Weird Shoulder right now. There's no purpose. But yeah, no, it's getting run a lot. I mean, I still want more content. I mean, I think we all have beaten that horse deader than dead. It's a
Oh
finely
yeah.
grained pulp at this point.
I mean, they get real boring after you do a few in one day. Like last night we were running and like we got through so many and then we found one on the end when we had to take a vote in the fleet, like, are we gonna run it or head back? And it was pretty narrow. We ended up doing it, but only by 1 out of 15. Like one majority.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was funny. I was so tired. I eventually had to say, I'm docking, guys. I'm docking. I'm not going anywhere else.
Yeah, they get tiring. I mean, they're fun every once in a while. I mean, I can't say the last time I ran one, maybe like 2 months ago. Mainly because when we get the pops, I'm at work, so I don't feel like doing them. Just can't really leave work to go play Eve, so I just kind of avoid it. I have my other ways to make money, but yeah, I mean, they do get tiring and boring. And the Incom scout fleets and the drifter and drone stuff. I mean, yeah, it gets you standings, but it's the same old thing. It's just combat site, combat site, combat site.
Yeah.
I wish there was a little change.
I'm shooting drifters today because I ruined my eating com standing last night. So try to keep that above 0. It's observatories bring it down pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, no, but I just want them to come out with some new stuff for us. I know EdenCon's gotten the shaft and they're moving on to other things and whatnot, but like it's just OBSs get boring at like too easy, too fast.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but they've got world arcs like 24/7 too that they could be doing.
Yeah, yeah. Except we won't do them because we don't want to take our trig standings. There are some people I know, like what was it, 4 or 5 months ago, before we,
Yeah,
all
it's
our
we had
all our
to
shit.
make.
There was a couple fleets doing it.
There were some of us were making all new characters to run the anti-trig content. I've made one myself that I don't have to worry about maintaining trig standing on. Because like when you get really high trig standing, like close when it's approaching 10, it slows down a lot. So every tick is going to be just a tiny amount. A good example is I ended up getting like trig aggro the other day. I think I was flying a Guardian, but it was due to a bug, and just from that, I think maybe one of my drones got on there for a second, and then they later died. Just from that one negative trig tick, it was 70. I had to shoot 70 NPCs to make up for that.
Yeah, your standings can plummet really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you though on keeping the income standings up. It just makes life so much easier. I travel through.
Oh yeah, going through high sec for sure.
I move a lot of stuff around in high sec, and I also go in and out of the wormholes a lot into system, and I bring stupid stuff in sometimes, like bowheads filled with 64 Domovics, and I'd rather not watch it get melted right on the wormhole. So try to keep my standings up. But yeah, no, I always love our space. Like I love our space, but it's just one of those things that I wish there was a little bit more variety. A little bit more
Yeah,
things to do.
I think we could have medium and hard versions of the drone and drifter sites.
Yeah. Or like I wish they'd come out with missions already. Like just
Yeah,
some
that'd
form
be
of variety. Like that'd be nice. But you know, we're kind of in that wait and see moment. I mean, I know we all want to be able to have Zenitras. The only capital ship to be allowed to be built. Zenitras, please. Or give us a Titan.
World arcs.
give us flyable world arcs. They have to
Trig Marauder. That's what I wanted to fly last night. Trig Marauder.
we don't have to go down the pipe dream of ships. I know Sahara wants the freighter ship, so she can call herself Space Mom. Because she calls it the minivan.
Oh, the Dodge
Yeah.
industrial ships.
Yep, yeah. She says they look like a minivan, so she wants one to be Space Mom even more. I want trig mining ships and mining lasers, and trig drones. Really want trig drones. That'd be cool. Ramp up lasers on the drones and ramp up mining yield for mining ships. That'd be fun. And actually having mining crystals instead of me getting level 5 for the trig ores and there is no crystals. So, yeah. No, and that and what else? I've still like when we had Swift and Aurora on, some of the things they were saying has me have hopes that every complaint we've ever had is actually getting a good look over. Like that's my big thing. Like all our complaints, things to improve. Like not only us, but Edencom stuff. Like I mean, personally, I always had the crazy idea of like Trig should be able to do faction warfare, and we just kind of are in trouble with everyone. Like instead of the normal slider for faction warfare, like it should be like a cross. So so the left right slider would normally be like Galente Caldari battle, right? And then do an up and down slider and have it like Edencom and Trig, so Edencom and Trigs could come in and still continue our good old battle days from last year around this time. Well, ended this time, but I think it'd be more interesting, or dedicate systems.
Yeah, it might be cool to or give us the ability to add more systems to Potion later, or maybe even the chance to lose some of the ones that are already there.
Yeah,
Because you know the gates are there, the old gates are still there. They're just disrupted, so it's not hard to see them just yanking that big old crystal out of them and turning them back on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was supposed to be what max of 81, I think it was.
Yeah.
Maybe make those other ones we were supposed to get up to 81 be fluctuating systems, or make them like permanent. Well, I don't know. I really think they should do something to continue like that because that was fun. Like it was
I
a
don't care how
healthy.
much Iska I'm making. Yeah.
It was healthy competition. Like continue it, or open up the anchorages into more Triggy homeland. Maybe not Bouillon, but have a system like when they added all the wormholes. Give
Yeah,
us
maybe
some more
some sort
space.
of abyssal pocket or something that you can go to.
Yeah, an abyssal pocketed systems, and and do that because that'd be cool. And I like how people are still talking about ships. No, Edencom does not need more ships. They made a mistake with their zappy guns. You can't buff them anymore. Yeah. You can't buff them any more than they are because then everyone will fly them because they'll be broken. it's in a
The
shit.
Edencom ships, they hit pretty hard.
They do.
They just can't control where you want it to go as easily. I mean, there are ways to control it. It's just hard to learn.
Mhm. But it's just that situation of, well, I mean, I've seen people use them. I've seen people boosh off like drones and um, carrier fighters, boosh them off, and then have a Zappy Boy delete them. But um, the gun is just unwieldy to make a full line out with it.
Yeah.
Like trigs, I mean, a Marauder would be cool. There's a couple other things that I'd like to see. I mean, I personally would love to see a stealth bomber because that would just be funny.
I mean, the Trigs are meant to be like another offshoot of the Empires, right? They've got
Yep.
their own ship line, like in the market as well. It's precursor instead of like it's like Galente, Kadari, etc.
Yep.
So I'm
Yeah.
hoping we'll get more. I hope that we get more capitals. Really, that would be really pretty sick.
Make our Titan the World Arc, and it will
Oh yeah.
make every other Titan look like a tiny toy. um, no,
Titan
yeah,
gets like one capital entropic disintegrator and 3 large ones.
yeah. They do need to do something though with our, like, the Zenitra is really only good at killing other, well, kind of killing other capital ships and
Yeah.
killing structures because it has no hull weapons. Like, it is literally a structure basher and that's it. So they need to figure something out.
Some would say the same about the Lashak.
No, Little Shack is a great structure bashing.
But I will say all the rats and Postmen seem to be designed to work really well with Triglavian ships.
Mm-hmm.
Like the drone carriers and stuff, you need something that can spool up and do a lot of damage.
Yeah. The only one that I don't tangle with a Lashak is drifters and sleepers.
I figured out a way to do that now too. Though it's still kind of dangerous if, like, say you're on a wormhole and a bunch more drifter cruisers come in, you get a sudden spike in DPS. I lost a Lashak to that the other day. But the micro jump drive seems to be the only way to be able to catch the drifters. They move so fast. But if you got the jump drive, you can catch up with them.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I love killing Edencom with my shack. Sleep drones is fun just because I turn on my smart bombs and shoot the big stuff. But I still, my shack, I won't take it up against the drifters. I just don't. I don't like to be that close to them. I like to keep them far away because even when I take them on in sniper ships and they start hitting me, I'm just like, and I'm into armor. So I'd just rather not. But yeah, no, we do, like, a full line would be interesting. Like, I don't know how well it would apply to do the full line, but I mean, we already have chunks of one, which is good. But like, yeah, some more battleships would be nice. Not battleships. Some more destroyers would be nice. And a full frigate lineup would be cool. They just have to come up with something that doesn't all look like the Domovic.
Maybe some recon ships.
Yeah. A Tech 3 cruiser and a Tech 3 destroyer, please. But yeah, no, the bomber would just be funny because I think every trig player would be like, "Oh, we're gonna do a bombing run. Everyone get in there. Everyone get in there bombing uh, ships, and let's just do a run with trig bombers." But
What kind of bombs would a trig bomber carry?
you got to keep it with thermal explosive. Like, everything's got to be down that line.
Entropic void bomb.
Yeah, something like that.
The longer you sit next to it, the more damage it does.
Oh, that'd be
That might work.
interesting.
Yeah.
30 kms, it blows up, does like entropic, like, lightning out of it and lasts for like 10 seconds and it ramps up over those 10 seconds. That'd be cool. This is the pipe dream stuff. This is armchair dev crap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wish they'd make the minor victories contestable. Like, I don't care if we lose some. I want to be able to take some.
I don't necessarily want them contestable, but I'd like them to, like, that's my big thing is I'd like them to do something with the systems we have, like with Pokemon, with minor victories, even with Edencom minor victories and fortresses. I'd like there to be something going on more than just it's there and I listen to people cry in one of the systems that I have a structure in that trigs jump on their mining fleet and I just laugh at them. Like it's there's nothing. There's no benefit. Like there's no more trig ores in them either. Like what is the point besides trigs being there and the debuff and bonus? Like there is nothing. Like there's no missions. Like I deal with new bros who want to come into Pokvin, and I would love to hand them another way than telling them to go to a minor victory, Edencom minor victory, or a Edencom fortress and shoot something and kill it and get the hell out of there so that they're at least have that tick of positive before coming in. Like
Yeah. They just die on the wormhole on the way in. That's
yeah,
become a rite of passage.
I've been lucky. I've gotten my alts through in a vigil, but that's because I warped them all with my main character right on top of the wormhole so they can jump through. But yeah, it's just the severe lack. Like, yeah, it'd be cool to contest like minor victories. Maybe it could be contestable, and you couldn't do anything with the fortresses or Pokemon. Like, that'd be cool. It'd be interesting. It'd be different, but there just needs to be something more than just the minor little. Hey,
Maybe like
here's
a new player experience where they have you go shoot a trig, and that you get a tick. Or no, maybe they say, "Well, here is a Triglavian fighting an Edencom.
pick a side.
Shoot one of them." They say, or it could be a little task like if you want to shoot one of these Edencoms, you need this kind of ship. If you want to shoot a trig, you need this kind of ship. Which one do you want to bring? That kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Instead of me like being completely smooth brained when I first started getting trig standings and went negative Edencom and then watched 2.5 billion ISK worth of stuff go down the drain.
Oh damn. Well, I mean, there wasn't really any other way to go about it in the beginning.
No, there wasn't. And then everyone found the fun drone loophole, and
I'm still glad they undid that.
yeah, oh yeah,
That was
that was a little broken.
a bit, yeah. I was surprised they undid it. I was glad too.
I wasn't surprised they undid it because that was a legitimate loophole. Like it was an
Yeah,
exploit.
it was like game breaking for the way that Poshman worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in like 12 hours, you can be like +9 to both and just travel through Pakvin, no problem, and not put any effort in. No thanks, I'm good. Like that, I'm happy they fixed that. That was good. But oh well, oh well. I have my fingers crossed. So the other big thing, like before I continue rambling on and on, like this week was so much fun. I'm sure you guys agree with me. Like, yeah, there was some burnout. I'm sure we'll all be kind of recovering from this week of all the work we had to put in for stuff to run events and stuff, and even participating in the events because there was something to do every day that might have gotten you out of your norm. But I
If we're
really,
tired, Sahara must be like
oh
dog
yeah,
tired right now.
she is
And thank
fucked.
you, Sahara, for doing all that.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, Sahara put an immense
Tremendous
amount of
amount.
work in for this week, and we started making noise about it a long while in advance.
yeah. Yeah, thank you guys in Strybog. Like I'm happy you guys put that stuff out there. It helped me kind of figure out what I want to do because I knew when you guys started talking about it, I had a bunch of random ideas. I was like, this we could do this, we could do this. Like I wish I would have known Thunderdome would have been working, because then I probably would have done my little 2v2 destroyer tournament. But whatever. I had fun doing Domovic Swarm and participating in the free for all and all the other fun stuff that was going on. At least hearing what people are experiencing it. So like, thank you guys for getting that ball rolling. And Toast, thanks for the fun the fun Care Bears Revenge Fleet, because that was just funny.
That
Like,
was it was more fun than I expected as well.
yeah, yeah. It was funny and entertaining. But the big thing is I want us to keep, pushing hard. I want us to do Totality Day next year, and maybe I'll actually flesh out things, and 2 months ahead of time we'll start like a feeder or something for 2v2s, and I'll still run a Domovic roam, and I want to keep this going. Like, I think if we keep pushing our Triglavian agenda and keep it going, we'll slowly but surely hopefully get more content and more things to do. And I don't want to see us, disappear like faction warfare. So
Yeah. Could start bringing people in through the Como static wormhole, which is usually like 2 or 3 jumps from Jita.
yep, I mean, a lot of us. Well,
Have a play in the arena there.
how many? Yeah, that'd be fun. But I mean, how many? Caldari lost like all the systems pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and every single one
Hotel
exposed
is
to Jita.
Hotel is really close too.
Yep,
Oh, a lot of them are. Kino is.
Kino's kind of close. It can get kind of far, but it is pretty close most of
Oh yeah.
it.
Oh
Otella
yeah.
can literally be one jump in the Jita.
I'm supposed to advertise evemetro.com. Evemetro.com, Postman's premier mapping service. At only 50 million per month. It's a real steal.
Oh man, I should have you do that at the beginning and start asking Strybog for a little bit of Iskies to run things here.
Oh yeah. Let's make a Eve Metro commercial. Let's do it.
A full blown one. We'll get Celtier to do all the video stuff for it. Oh yeah, but Eve Metro is a cool thing that you guys got going. Strybog that you guys have going, and I know a lot of people participate in keeping that populated. And there's people like me who's just like, hey, there's only like 2 systems I want to get into, Otella and Kino. So I just have to look at like 20 systems.
Right now, it only maps wormholes that originate in potion systems, but there's we're looking at ways to integrate other stuff into it. The route planner, as it is now, can use Thera. It uses the bookmarks from the Eve Scout database,
Yep.
which is another like free mapping service type thing. And so it's able to give you a route to pretty much anywhere in New Eden that incorporates both Thera wormholes and potion wormholes.
Yeah.
So we rarely have to spend a lot of time traveling. We can usually get ourselves within, 15, 20 jumps or something if we need to.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's one of the fun things about Pockman, though. Like, oh, I want to go from Jita to Amar. Let me just run over to Harva really quick and take an extraction filament. Guess what? Now I'm in Amar space. Yeah, there's those little loopholes.
Generally, it's about, if you use the Harva wormhole, it's about 12 jumps between Jita and Amar.
It's just
I think there's a low sec path now that is about the same. Is that right? The one that goes through Abazon.
Yeah. I've gone through that. Low sec route. It is scary.
It's very camped. Very camped.
I barely made it through with like 80 million ISK. I think it was between 50 and 80 million ISK of ESS tokens.
Oh wow.
I sent one of our CEOs from our council through the gate first, because I was carrying all the tokens, and I was like, you go first and see if you die, and if you don't die, then I'll run through right after you. Yeah, it's really camped, but I mean, 12 jumps from Jita to Amar and you're going through Pockman, there is that chance that you're not making it out alive either. So
Yep. And the high sec path, the fully high sec path, I think is still 35 jumps
It's
cheated to Amar, and it's quite a journey, and one that I haven't had to make in quite a while now.
I still have to make mine. I have a bunch of stuff in a Mars space that I'm dreading pulling out.
Oh, too big to move through Postman, I guess.
Yes. Oh, way too much shit to move from Pacman. Like way too much shit. But whatever. It'll probably just sit there forever and ever and ever. So all right, let's start getting down to the nitty gritty. We're in the last 10 minutes. Normally I like to do fun kills, and we'll probably do shout outs since we kind of already did one. Sahara is my shout out for putting in a bunch of grunt work. I know a lot of you guys in Strybog and Toast and Kybernaut put effort into, and Rokapel, put effort into running the events this week, which it was great. I loved it. I'm sure you guys are probably going to shout out some of the same people as me, so go ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely shouting out to Sahara for setting up such a great event week, and everyone else who participated in it, because it wouldn't have been any fun if we didn't have people to take part in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I absolutely want to shout out Sahara. I mean, she's been thinking about pretty much nothing but this for the past few weeks, and getting all the prizes together was a really large task. It's really impressive that it all pulled together, especially with all the groups going in it. Yeah, I wrote Capel. Volta even showed up to the Rear Show Proving. That's pretty cool, honestly. They run OFs in here, so
Yeah.
they decided to show up. It's legit.
Yeah, I mean, that's it works for me. I mean, I'm happy that people are showing up and participating. I mean, inside the Triangle Coalition and outside of it. I mean, it's great. All right, fun kills. Well, I'll just say, I would say the Care Bears Revenge, but I think all the fun with the Domovic Swarm yesterday takes the cake for me. Any of the kills are funny. Like, just because it go from like, oh, I have tackle to all of a sudden there's like 15 to 19 Domovics on a person, and we're toying with them by repping and shooting them at the same time, just so everyone can get on the kill mail. I think that was the most fun I've had in a little while. It was a lot of fun to have fun in a frigate.
Yeah, I think my favorite was definitely killing that nightmare last night at the Weird Shred Approving. Definitely the most expensive kill I made in a while.
Yeah. And then Matt is going to say my favorite kill is killing the Varger.
Yeah, killing my Varger.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day you get to basically just wipe like a Marauder fleet. It's I'm not gonna take full credit though, because literally everybody on grid, just once we got tackle, is like, oh, everybody's here now. Hi.
Yeah, dog pile.
Oh yeah, and then if you guys are paying attention to stream chat, Arcanos Bloodfeather, he got second place with his bioadaptive suit. He's the boss man.
Wow.
He's the badass who made my mask that I've still been dragging my feet on finishing. So shout out to him for that, for getting second place. I do think it's kind of a bummer. I've said it in our Discord that I know spinning in stations was funny, but a Triglavian is all for Triglavians winning everything. So, but all right. I think I'm gonna do a little sneak preview. In about 2 weeks, I'm hoping to do it in 2 weeks. On the show, we should be having Alexia Collard from Declarations of War. And I don't know who else. I've been talking to Farrell from Less Than 10. So we're doing some little crossover episodes with some other podcasts and streams. But I do think the first one to come around will be with Alexia Card in about 2 weeks. So that should be a fun episode. But otherwise, triangles. I'm glad you guys had fun with Totality Day, and you guys that aren't a triangle, I hope you enjoyed our little holiday. And for the triangles, keep murdering stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.